YM to me is inspiration, it's purpose, it's worship.
YM is the seed of Islam in this country.
YM is an institution in which young Muslims all over the 50 states in North America can feel welcome, who can feel a part of a larger extended family outside of their own families. It's a place where young Muslim youth can find themselves and overcome any obstacles. YM reminds us of our purpose, of us being created to worship Allah. It reminds us of our purpose to call others to the worship of Allah. It reminds us that we're never too young to do what Allah expects us to do, which is to try our best to propagate Islam and to do our part to make Islam supreme over all other ways. This is what YM teaches us, is what it's taught me.
And YM can cultivate that faith and create such certainty in their hearts and their yaqeen.
YM to me is, I honestly believe, is an opportunity for me to further develop and better myself as an individual. Specifically as someone who is a slave of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, someone whose life is spent in learning my religion and the beautiful teachings of my faith, so that I too can have the opportunity of bettering others around me, bettering the community around me, bettering the society around me, and providing some benefit to others around me.
We play basketball, we go out to eat, sometimes we go bowling, and then afterwards we usually always get together and have a halaqaat, and usually we'll read some Quran and go over a couple of topics, and then we just hang out.
I've helped other youth who are battling drugs, who are battling girlfriends, who are battling lying, cheating, backbiting, and pride.
Hidayah and the ilm we get from our older brothers, all throughout the NeighborNets, the study circles, the barbecues that we have, the picnics.
One of the tournaments that we planned was a basketball tournament to help the victims of Darfur, and alhamdulillah we were very successful with that. The whole community supported us, and we had numerous young Muslims from throughout. We had over 20 teams.
YM offers brotherhood through basketball, football, ultimate frisbee, NeighborNet study circle. The NeighborNet, first we have a halaqaat, and after that where we go and do some activity, including eating, chilling, watching Islamic movies, halal movies, and also playing sports.
I've changed my life in several ways. It encouraged me to read more, get more ilm, and also participate in the community. It helped me develop myself in a professional manner and excel in school.
Brotherhood is probably one of the most important things that us as youth, and especially in America, that we really need this brotherhood.
I honestly think that being a part of YM has had the greatest influence, the most positive influence on me than probably anyone that I've ever known that's been in YM. And I say that because when I became Muslim, I was 14 years old, very young, just started high school, and I had a lot of family trouble and problems because I became Muslim. My mother, she threatened to throw me out of my home, a lot of things, and it was really hard for me to deal with certain things because I was such a young Muslim. But when Allah allowed me to meet up with some brothers from YM, it gave me a new sense of purpose. It removed self-doubt. It allowed me to rebuild my confidence as a Muslim, as a young Muslim, as a man in Islam, and I've benefited tremendously from it. And I would only hope that I would have the ability to benefit others through YM as brothers have benefited me through YM.
And if you look at what YM has done for me in my past, subhanAllah, I mean, I've been in YM for the past 8 years, and when I came into YM, I had a lot of issues pertaining to my personal life and pertaining to my family life as well, in the sense that I was not a good son, and I was not a good student, for example. I was not a good, I had a lot of issues affecting myself. And through YM and through having been introduced to YM, I had the opportunity or a new understanding of life and purpose of life, and that I understood the importance that is taught to us by a beautiful religion of us as individuals to be in a constant state of development and of change, so that we can be better models for the others around us and for the society around us. And subhanAllah, I saw that having been in YM, or being introduced to YM and being in YM for the last many years of my life, I see subhanAllah that YM has made me a better student. Now alhamdulillah, I've graduated from college, I'm in medical school right now. Alhamdulillah, I saw my purpose, that it is essential for me as a young Muslim brother in this country to better myself academically, professionally, in every manner of my life. I became, subhanAllah, an individual who had this understanding, and yes, I admit my faults, but alhamdulillah, by being around my brothers, they can always constantly remind me of my faults, and always looking to foster growth within me, foster development and training. So subhanAllah, I see that through YM, what YM has meant to me and what YM means to me is that it gives me an opportunity to develop myself, better myself in all matters of life, and so that I myself can be an example for the society around me, for the civilians of this country around me, and I myself have the opportunity to provide some benefit to my surroundings and to my environment.